Jason Tyler. He's the head of research operations at Ariel Investments in Chicago, and Jason specializes in financial stocks. He's also a member of the investment committee at Ariel, which has more than $5 billion in assets under management. And Jason, good to have you back. I know we were talking with you earlier this week about Goldman and JP Morgan's results. Did the Morgan Stanley numbers, as you are hearing them right now in your ear, do they stack up to Goldman and JP Morgan?
Well, good morning, Betty, and thanks for having me back. I think the thing that surprises me the most, and I was hoping to see, is that the fixed income franchise is coming back from Morgan Stanley. And I think the history of this organization is that it's very strong on the fixed income side. 2.7 out of $4 billion on the fixed income number. It had been about 50% over the periodically over the last few quarters. That's a really big move in a positive direction.
Okay, and on the negative side, or I guess on the side that people have been watching, which is the global asset management at Morgan Stanley. I mean, they've been it didn't do so well at Bank of America, and right here I'm looking at the numbers for global wealth management. The revenues came in at $3.1 billion. What do you make of that? Are they making any progress there?
Well, I think your question is spot on. I think this is, Morgan Stanley's more of a fix-it story than JP Morgan or Goldman Sachs at this point. And it's going to take a while to fix that component of the business, but they're going to have to do it. And it doesn't look like even in the commentary they've focused on it as much yet. I think they're still trying to figure out how to gain market share in the fixed income business, which is good. But to make this stock work and get up, they're going to have to, at some point, figure out a way to get that component of the business clicking on all cylinders.
Right, that component of the business, but also the commercial real estate side as well, Jason, right? I mean, they have that big write-off for the Atlantic City casino project. On their commercial real estate side, what are we looking at?
Yeah, I mean, to me, that's reflected in the stock price. They've got reserves built in for that. So to me, if I'm sitting on the management team looking at how the quarter stacked up, I'm looking at a big positive on the fixed income side and across trading in general, reflecting that they're keeping pace with the JP Morgans of the world and the Goldman Sachses, and then saying we've still got to figure out how to get some life into the global wealth management and asset management components of the business.
And if you were management, Jason, getting onto this call, which is going to start any moment with the analysts, would you be addressing what's happened with Goldman Sachs over the last few days in the SEC?
It's a great question. I think if I were on the management team, I'd say let Goldman fight its battles and let's go out and try and gain market share. But we don't have to do it in the media or in the press. We can just go out and block and tackle well and try and leverage the fact that this is the #1 global M&A business in the world at Morgan Stanley, and so that's a great franchise to go out and try and take additional share from their competitors. I wouldn't be offensive in doing it in the media.
Okay.